Well, as we continue to celebrate National Small Business Week, we're highlighting businesses that have participated in the Hatch Detroit competition at TechTown. And today we have a sweet story of success. That's a celebration of culture, creativity, and community.
JP Makes and Bakes is a local bakery known for serving Filipino-inspired treats. They pay homage to the owner's heritage while bringing something unique to the Detroit food scene.
That's right. And here to tell us more about his culinary journey is JP Peregrino. Thank you so much for being with us. She's the owner of JP Makes and Bakes. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Now, you are the only Filipino-inspired bakery in Detroit. So talk to us about what inspired you to infuse Filipino flavors, specifically the ube, into your baked goods, because you see ube everywhere.
Yeah. A lot of it really came down to, during the pandemic, and really missing the things from home that I couldn't find. And when you look at Filipino and Filipino products, and especially on the baked goods, you'd actually have to travel to Chicago or Toronto to be able to get that. So I started making a lot of things from home and incorporating a lot of the flavors that I really missed.
Okay.
Well, talk to us a little bit about what you brought today.
Yeah, so the rolls up here, Filipino roll pandesal. It's slightly sweeter than a normal dinner roll, but not as sweet as a Hawaiian roll. So I use that as the base, and then on this other tray over here, I have sort of variations using that same bread. So the one here closest to us is coconut filled. The opposite side is cream cheese filled, and in the middle is ensaymada, which is spread out with butter. There's cheddar cheese inside, cheese on top, and a little bit more butter and sugar on that one.
JP, you play too much. You play too much. I told him before we started, I was like, if I was not gluten-free, I would tear up this middle row right here.
I was looking at the same one.
Right, we did.
Yes,
we were like, I would pick that one, and Jennifer and I pointed to the same one. And then talk to us about some of these treats right here.
Yeah, so I do a lot of ube stuff. So a lot of people in the area know me for the ube cookies and the ube brownies. Ube is a purple yam that's very prevalent in the Philippines. So that flavor profile is a little nutty, a little vanilla-y, but also try to incorporate some other flavors. So the green cookies over here, those are buko pandan, or a coconut pandan cookie. The shortbread cookie here is a polvoron, that it's a pressed shortbread cookie. And then, really still incorporate some great things that I like a salted double chocolate cookie. Up on the front with the banana leaf, that's bibingka. So think of a cake between a cake and a muffin. So that one I grew up with cream cheese inside. Going to the sort of opposite end over here, chocolates. I love making chocolates, and so this week I did another batch, specifically with Mother's Day coming up. So
that's such a good idea.
I'll be able to come in this week to be able to pick up a box of chocolates. And then the set up here, there are certain things that I do that are very traditional, or more traditional to how I grew up eating. So this one right here is ube halaya. It's ube that's been cooked with dairy and sugar on the stove. My mom would be sitting on the stove for almost an hour to thicken it up. Putting it in the fridge, it eats very much like a fudge. Next to it, it's a coconut sweet rice with corn and jackfruit. And then suman, it's sort of steamed rice cake. So it's wrapped in a banana leaf, steamed. It's really nice.
I had that last time you were here, and it was really good.
Everything looks so good.
Doesn't it?
It really does.
So let's talk about the drinks, because you have one here for each of us. Now, I have...
So that is the ube coconut matcha. So it's ube syrup, coconut milk, finish off with a shot of matcha. And then you have the calamansi aid. So calamansi is a Filipino citrus. Think between a lime, a lemon, and an orange.
Okay.
And then we make that into sort of like a lemonade. We do have full coffee set at the shop. And so we have these drinks. I support Craig's Coffee, who is also a Hatch alumni. And so, we even have a calamansi tonic on the menu now as well.
All right, well, I'm
collaboration.
like mixing this. I love it. I love the collaboration. And you learn a lot through the competition of connecting with other businesses and so on. And you just showed us an example of that through the coffee. But listen, you were a 2023 top 10 semifinalist. You've since opened up your storefront. So how has this experience enhanced your business?
Yeah, so we opened in October in the New Center neighborhood, so 6529 Woodward, just south of Grand Avenue, right on Woodward, so close to Sapino's and the Kitchen by Q. But it's really been amazing, the support that we've gotten from both the Filipino community, the Detroit community, the food community. has just been amazing.
Excuse me.
It's been a lot of fun sort of being able to play around, share sort of my culture, my food, what I've grown up with, because we also do savory too. So depending on the day of the week, we have some savory options as well.
I love that.
Options,
I'm
baby.
looking forward to trying the coffee. I
Yeah.
love a good cup of coffee. So is there any advice you would give to any budding Detroit entrepreneurs?
I think the biggest thing for me is go for it.
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those ones, like I had 15 years in corporate sales and marketing before I took the jump to going to pastry school and then working in some of the local restaurants in the area. And I think I would have just like kicked myself if I didn't at least try. And you know, it's just, if you have a good idea and you just sort of put pen to paper, just give it a shot. I mean,
Just do it.
Yeah.
Just do it.
Just do it.
Well, thank you so much for being with us. This
And
is
thank you.
so good.
And this is really good. Not too sweet. It's just, it's
this isn't
perfect.
too sweet either, and
Yeah.
it's not bitter with the mud. Thank you. All right.